interpersonal communication training programs available for them so they can know how to communicate with folks from different communities. Also, implementing policies that are positive and community-centered and community-friendly. What would happen if this gap was closed? More people will be taking advantage of the services that are available, and there will be more people that have access to health care, and the communities will be empowered.
Fantastic. All right. Now, because of time, we're going to have every other group mention only one thing from each question, okay? So give your best statement on why is there a gap, how do we close it, and what happens if the gap is closed.
Okay, so I'm representing Jazz Hands. One thing from why is there a gap, we talked a lot about health disparities and then reaching far beyond that, like institutional and structural racism. And then how do we close the gap? We talked about engaging with community members to really address the needs that they have and being flexible. So if you go in with trying to address need and then you find out that the people that you are working with have a different need, you address that need that they need. And then what happens if the gap is closed? There's an equitable access to healthcare.
Awesome. Thanks so much.
Okay, I represent Austin District, and you want me to do one thing? Or?
Yes, one, please.
Why is there a gap? We put a lot, so differences in income, power privilege, cultural differences, etc. How to close the gap, diversity in elected and appointed individuals, and that's like politicians and stuff. Charities, healing programs and community programs. What happens when the gaps are closed? Improved health outcomes, better quality of life, stronger community cohesion at all levels.
Right, I'm representing District Mid-City, and in our response to why is there a gap, we talked a lot about distribution of wealth and resources. That's everything from education to infrastructure to the way streets are constructed, and we also talked about food and health deserts and how racial disparities can play into some of those distribution of resources disparities as well. How do we close the gap? We talked about redistributing resources into higher need areas, ensuring better public transportation so that people are better able to work, and making sure that people are aware of resources as well as able to access them and experiencing them positively. And then what would happen if the gap was closed? Ideally, we would have better health, lower incarceration rates, and better education, which could long-term lead to a better economy. And we would also be responsible for making sure that people are able to positively experience all the resources they have access to, so that would require monitoring and evaluation as well.
Thanks so much.
Okay, I'm representing 6+1 district. Okay, so why is there a gap? We talked about policy being in a big elephant in the room, not having enough vibrant policy for change, not enforcing what we do have, along with education, racial disparity, service distribution, transportation, and all of that. How do we close the gap? One big thing that we talked about is self-efficacy. That was like a common theme. Like, do you believe that you're able to do it? And also, like, who do we consider a professional? Who do we consider somebody that's able to actually be part of the solution? Okay, we need to redefine our idea about who can actually contribute, and that leads to like a top-down building and a bottom-up, like a community building and interpersonal community building where you address specific needs to localized areas, even though they probably look the same.